25 soap spoilers, Emma killer revealed in Emmerdale, Max's huge EastEnders downfall, Coronation Street prison break, Hollyoaks baby tragedy. Crime rarely pays in soapland. Someone should have warned Emma Barton's killer of that in Emmerdale before they pushed her to her death. The culprit is about to be unmasked, but will they be brought to justice? Someone should also have a word in the ear of Mick Carter in EastEnders, as his involvement with shady Aidan Maguire could seriously come back to haunt him. Over in Coronation Street, innocent Anna Windass is forced to break the law to try and win her liberty when she breaks free from custody, but her situation is about to get a lot worse, and an old crime in Hollyoaks comes back to haunt Mark Gibbs as Luke Morgan comes face to face with the sinister rapist. In other big soap developments, a robbery has surprising consequences in Weatherfield. Moira Dingle dabbles with drugs in Emmerdale. Walford sees a tense showdown for Ian Beale and James Willmott-Brown, and the truth about Milo Entwistle may be revealed at last in Hollyoaks. Here is your latest preview. Coronation Street. 1. Kate and Rana are in the bistro and minding their own business, behind Aidan's back, but we'll ignore that for now, when a burglar bursts in and ransacks the till. Superhero Kate leaps into action wielding a bottle and takes down the perp, but then she's in for a bit of a shock. 2. Chesney and Daniel's playground feud gets a lot more serious when after Chesney winds up Daniel and then falsely accuses him of trying to poison him, the pair lock horns and Sinead finds her fiancé covered in blood. But is everything as it seems? 3. Faye starts to see Felon's true nature and is horrified by the truth that he framed Anna, and also raped her several years ago. As the scales drop from her eyes, she confronts Seb with the truth, but when he can't see the bad in Felon, Faye is done with him. 4. At the hospital following a collapse in prison, Anna feels like she has lost everything and is powerless to solve her situation while incarcerated. Seizing an opportunity, she evades detection and escapes custody. 5. Our shipper hearts are fluttering as a nervous Craig prepares for a date with his sweetheart Bethany, but while things start off well, he doesn't get the reaction he was hoping for when he opens his heart. Are things moving too quickly for Bethany? 6. You know when someone really pisses you off? What do you do but set fire to their trampoline? When Fizz finds hers alight, she reckons that her enemy Beth is targeting her, but the truth may actually be closer to home. 7. The arrival of Imran onto the street makes Rana think twice about her relationship with Kate when he opens up to Aidan about his failed marriage. But with Michelle having allowed Kana the use of her flat for secret liaisons, how kind, what decision will Rana reach? EastEnders 8. Max continues to hit self-destruct, but there is hope for him when Tanya arranges for Oscar to come and spend some time with him. As Max is excited for the first time since everything fell apart, he makes preparations, but it's all about to fall apart. 9. Mick and Linda apply for a role that would take them away from Walford, and when they get it, it seems like it could be goodbye. But when Aidan finally gets Mick on board with his criminal plan, he announces that the family are staying after all. 10. Simmering with rage over Willmott-Brown's continued presence in the community, Ian arranges a meeting with him, and as he refuses to fall into any of the villain's mind games, he takes action that could push all of the wrong buttons with his dangerous adversary. 11. Whitney senses sexual tension between Robbie and Donna and locks them up in the Vic kitchen together, where they very nearly share a kiss. Later they team up to win a reprieve for the market, but will their victory lead to romance? 12. Lauren and Josh are also teaming up, and their target is Josh's own dad. As Lauren distracts Faye and Willmott-Brown while they are busy at a press launch, Josh does some digging in his father's office, but what will he find? 13. Jack urges Max to face up to his actions, but his meeting with members of the community doesn't go well. Later, more of Max's actions come to light in a big way, and he finds himself hitting rock bottom as the consequences are serious. 14. Faye continues to harbor doubts over Willmott-Brown as Josh shares his views on their dad, and when she asks Kathy to talk to her about what happened all those years ago, whose version of events will she believe? Emmerdale. 15. As Adam feels unsupported by Victoria over the fact that he is a suspect in Emma's murder, he takes action to ensure that Ross is in the frame. But when a horrified Victoria wades in to sort out what Adam has done, will her actions lead to dire results for her husband? 16. Kane and Moira take Isaac to the doctors for a checkup, and Moira blames herself when they are warned that the baby could develop a heart condition. When Kane reassures her and hugs her, Harriet is uneasy. 17. Gabby is dubious when she spots Laurel apologizing to a picture of Ashley tearfully and wants to know what she is hiding. Later, Laurel is taken in for questioning, where the police then present her with fresh findings. 18. Continuing to struggle, Moira comes across Holly's old phone and makes contact with drug dealer Simon. As they meet up, she buys drugs from him and sits in despair by her daughter's grave. But will she take them? 19. It's the day of Emma's funeral and all kinds of emotions are running high, particularly for the Barton brothers. But as a series of flashbacks unfold, the truth about who really killed Emma is finally revealed. 20. Lisa is worried about Zach's health as he continues to fight the golf course plans, and when he takes unwell, Dr. Alex diagnoses him with a chest infection. Can Belle and Lisa persuade him to take it easy? Hollyoaks. 21. Sienna freaks out when Joel takes Sebastian to look after and she bans him from coming anywhere near. Later though, she is shocked to find Sophie on her doorstep, and as she makes plans to leave, Joel leaps into action when Sophie's pram races to the lake. 22. Luke comes face to face with Mark Gibbs after all of this time, and while Mark tries to get Luke to back off, claiming it's all in the past, Luke wants him to know what he continues to put him through. But how far will things go? 23. In the wake of the reveal that Darcy lied about Toby being the son of Adam, she takes further action that gets Maxine's back up. Together, she teams up with Nancy and decides to teach Darcy a lesson. 24. Diane brings Finn home to try and help Tony, but nothing gets through to him and he focuses on the As You Were throwback party. But when Cindy then makes a pass at him, all hell breaks loose as Diane kicks off. 25. After Tom spots Milo's tattoo, he does some digging and realizes after finding his ID that he isn't who he says he is. As Tom and Holly set out to confront him, how will Milo explain this?